Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sports View. I'm Ron Cameron.
I'm Bob Page, and isn't this beautiful? Aren't these three where are we going to get this? Over here? Billy, you going to get a shot of this? Aren't these three beauties right here on the cover of the Free Press today? The guy in the middle looks like he stopped off at the bar on the way down to the introductory press conference. And the guy over here, Ronnie, you see this guy over here?
Oh,
I wonder where his right arm is. I wonder if he's got a knife back there that he's just maybe wielding toward Wayne Fonts.
Maybe that's Bud Lynch in disguise.
Aren't these three beauties?
That's Bud Lynch in disguise with no right arm.
We'll talk about this in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. But first, the important business, the people who pay for me to be here on this program. And believe me, I have to be paid to put up with this stuff. This is show number 700 that we've done.
Hey, let me tell you
almost
something.
5 years.
Shut up a minute. Shut up. You ought to kiss the ground. I even invite you on the show.
You invite me on the show?
Did I?
Right, fine.
Who started the show?
Initially, you did.
All right, then shut up and do the commercials.
It came to you in a fuzzy moment in a bar one night, I think, right? You and Simone Vitale had a few too many drinks in the bar, and you said, yeah,
One
TV
didn't.
show.
It wasn't me.
Anyway, we have, as always, Al Dietrich Oldsmobile GMC truck, David Roth and the folks at Cattleman's Meat Center in his new location in Hamtramck. We have Sports Fans Journal, and now that the holiday season, as you see this, is over, he won't be bombarded anymore by Ron Cameron imploring you, beseeching you to buy it for a holiday present,
Well,
a gift
no, but a
present.
birthday present would be just fine.
A birthday present?
Or you can. This is perfect just to read for all sports fans. 4-color, 76-page magazine. Call this number 24 hours a day for information on how to subscribe. 751.
Can I get through the rest of the paying sponsors?
Shut up a minute. The number is 751-1818.
Your commercial's coming up shortly. We have the legitimate sponsors in the program.
Let's call an open.
Rivertown Saloon, Fred Wetzel and the folks at T-Com
Fred
Pagers.
Wetzel. Fred Wetzel.
Fred Wetzel, that's what I said.
You said Fed Wetzel.
Binary Computers. You want to say something about that?
Yes, sir. We'll read 12 mile for all your computer needs.
Top Hat Hamburgers, Ron's and my favorite eating
your
establishment.
favorite
I'll be there
place.
tonight, I'm sure, for dinner, as a matter
I'm sure
of fact.
you will. That's all you can afford.
Two new locations still, Woodward north of 13 and 8 Mile in the Quinder. Past the Pro-Am Sports Systems and the Sting. John Rouser, Esley Thomas, going to be one of Detroit's hottest nightclubs where you occasionally will find me, never find Ron Cameron in the old Playboy Club.
No.
We're happy to have on the show today Fennis Dembo, the Pistons rookie out of Wyoming, who's having, I think we can say it, a little difficult time adjusting to professional basketball.
Not playing much.
He's not playing, and that's the problem. But a young man with a lot of talent, and I understand a very talkative young man who's down here for his initiation rights. John Sally.
Our last guest.
Since John Sally showed you up his rookie season, all Piston rookies have to come on the show, be exposed to Ron Cameron for the first time, all except one. Sally would not let William Bedford come on this show last year.
Well, he'd better not.
Yeah, because he was afraid that you might carve him.
Oh, I wonder. I'm sure he's telling the truth too.
And
definitely would carve him up.
It's going to be interesting to hear what Fennis has to say about the Pistons' travails of late. Dennis Rodman taking that public shot at Isaiah and then going forward and saying, Zeke, I was misquoted. Zeke, it was taken out of context, all this kind of stuff. John Sally saying he feared he would be traded to Milwaukee or New Jersey. That's definitely not going to come to pass. Don't worry about that. The Pistons continuing to play up and down basketball.
Yeah.
As we tape this program just before Christmas, they have lost again to the New York Knicks.
That was a bad performance in New York.
By both teams.
Yes, and neither team played well, but I mean, Isaiah's got to take charge more. I'll say it. I've said it several times. I'll say it again. He sure didn't come through in that game.
Well, you know,
when I say take charge, just come up and really go to the forefront of that layup. I don't know what he must have misjudged the basket.
Yeah.
He just
you know I love the guy, not only because of what he does on the basketball floor, but because I really respect what Isaiah does for this community. He's just a tremendous person in our town. However, the complaint I have against him professionally is that he is too inconsistent. And when Isaiah Thomas is bad, ladies and gentlemen, he's bad. And he and Mark Jackson were real bad in this particular ball game the other night.
Monkey see, monkey do almost.
Yeah,
like
as it turned out, though, Jackson at least hit a big shot in the waning seconds that helped the Knicks. All right, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. Be back in a couple minutes. We have Pat Collars directing today. I think he's got the commentary soup all ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, news item. Pontiac Pussycats' latest head coach is Wayne Fonts as they unveil their latest 5-year rebuilding program.
Larry,
take it away.
Larry, Moe, and Curly. Which one is which?
The picture of
Yes,
Larry.
Which one is which?
Aren't these guys beauties right here? Someday you'll see this in happier times. Bill Ford, Wayne Fonts, and Russ Thomas. Take it away.
Well, I don't know what to say. 3-year contract for this clown, and and as I say, I don't know the man. I've said it before, I don't know the man. But after the deals he went through, I just don't think he should be coaching this team. And I think that just goes to show you what a Mickey Mouse organization the Lions have. I think if they had an organization that had gone out and got a coach, and I'm talking about a coach. I'm talking about Dick Vermeil or Tom Flores or somebody like that. And if they do go an assistant, get an assistant with some credibility. Go after a guy like Floyd Peters. But I think this just goes to show you again, the inmates running the asylum. That's what you call them on the Lions because they're the ones that got this guy hired.
Well, Bill Ford's dumber than I thought if he actually listened to some of those losers who play for the Lions and took their advice into consideration when making
What
the
are these
decision
same
for his
losers?
latest head
Hey,
coach.
what are these same losers going to say when Wayne Fontes comes up to him? Sorry, son, you're cut next camp.
Well, you see what's happened already. Apparently, he's going to get rid of all the assistants, and this is a trend. We just taped a show. I think some of you have seen it with Aaron Kyle earlier this week, the former Dallas and Denver Bronco player from Detroit. And Aaron's saying, you know, you're seeing this around the NFL. Head coaches in trouble are using assistant coaches as scapegoats.
Dan Reeves did it?
And getting rid of them. Sure, it's happening all the time.
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
I wonder about this too. Now, some of the Lions assistants, granted, may have been in over their heads, and maybe a general staff cleaning is in order right here. But I continue to say that as long as Bill Ford spins his wheels, has no clue, and insists upon making some of these decisions.
Well, there's a lot of
himself.
owners. Most of your owners today, Bob, have no clue. They're
But they are
egomaniac
smart
jerks.
enough, Ronnie,
well,
to
to
turn
leave it
things
alone.
over
Right.
to competent football people.
Right.
Now, it's easy for us to sit here and, as usual, knock Bill Ford and Russ Thomas because they're so hysterically incompetent. It's
Well,
easy to
if
do.
you tell me
I just
he's
want to say this.
incompetent.
So, if you ask me what would I do in this situation, I'll tell you what I would do. If I were Bill Ford, I would take this franchise and I would turn it over, lock, stock, and barrel, to a guy that he's got sitting in that front office who is a proven football man, Jerry Venezi. And I say to Venezi, Jerry, I think you may be the guy to right this franchise. It's your ball game. You want Fonts? Get him. You want somebody else? Get him. Here's the checkbook. Here are the blank checks. You hire the coach. You run this organization, and I'm getting the hell out of it. I've proven that I can't do it.
What does this tell you right here? That Jerry Venezi doesn't have much power.
The
His team,
old
Russ Thomas, is
triumvirate.
right there.
The old triumvirate.
So what does
I'm
that
sick of
say?
talking about it.
And,
I'm
and
sick
another
of
thing too,
talking about it.
you look at the whole situation. You know, on Russ Thomas, whether he's the man, a good or bad general manager's record speaks for itself. I
No
mean,
kidding.
His record speaks
Absolutely.
for itself. But the thing is, what is Bill Ford? Look at, he does look like he just walked out of the bar.
I mean,
doesn't
you
he?
know, Mr. Ford is a nice man. He's honest enough in this article to say, I've made some bad decisions. I shoulder the blame. Fine, Mr. Ford, but just walk away from it now. Give it to a guy like Jerry Venezi and let the competent, like the
Let me
Pistons
tell
did
you
with Jack
something. Let me tell you
McCloskey. Let the
something.
competent
These
people
owners-
run it.
These owners have such big egos that they want to be in the limelight.
Look at Bill Davidson. Davidson's got a huge ego too, but he's smart. And he says, look, I can't do this. Jack McCloskey, run things.
Yeah.
Look what happens.
It's a little bit different.
Absolutely. Okay,
little bit different.
Sean Higgins, suspended in Ann Arbor.
Who knows what for? Obviously,
At,
the guy-
at least as we tape this, we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what for.
It's for training violations and all that stuff, which means not showing up to class. Obviously, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
The
Roy Tarpley got kicked off the
When you
team
talk
for a
about
beer,
non-
drinking
yeah,
a beer.
You know, we talk about non-brain surgeon. This
Yeah.
guy I don't think is anything a Harvard grad either.
And just perpetuating the, you know, what's happening in Ann Arbor with Bill Frieder's team. I hate to say it, people look at him and say he gets bad kids who are disciplinary problems and kids who don't have the smarts to win when the chips are down. Just a couple quick comments, Ronnie. I was happy to see Donnie McAdam and Dave Lewis and
Donnie
Colin Campbell
McAdam. Okay.
run the team in Jacques' absence, only because I think these three are outstanding hockey guys.
Yeah.
I think they'll all be outstanding head coaches given a chance someday. in
Maybe
the
it's
NHL.
hard to say.
Yeah.
You know, you really can't say in a
And
game like that.
Scotty Skiles, quick comment on that before we get
Well,
to
he
Fennis.
comes on the show and then he quits the day after.
Yeah, that wasn't the day after.
But it was the day after.
Taped segments we used last week.
But he quits. I'm glad he came back. I hope he does well. He's a gutty performer, and you like to see gutted performers make it.
I don't know if they've covered it in the Detroit media. They certainly did in New York. One of the reasons Scott walked off that team, he had a fist fight in practice. Did you hear that? John Long cold cocked him. Wasn't even a fist fight. Long just turned around, sucker punched him in the jaw, knocked him out on the floor.
Sucker punched him, huh?
Scotty Skiles.
What's John Long coming to these days?
Well, I really don't know what happened between those two.
Yeah.
And oh yes, and our Rhodes Scholar of the Week goes to Everett Stevens, I believe, of that same team, who amused his teammates last week by showing up for a home game and putting on his road uniform. And
Talk about a non-brain
a
surgeon.
comment on some of the people in the NBA these days. Fennis Dembo of the
Yes.
Pistons is here on Sports View today. We'll be back to meet him right after this.
You already met him.
This is not your father's Oldsmobile.
It's a new generation of Oldsmobiles.
At Altitrig Olds GMC trucks,
Choose from a great selection of Oldsmobiles
including Cutlass Supreme and the restyled Cutlass CL.
or hundreds of GMC trucks in stock
Complete with an Uncle Al price that can't be beat.
for sales or service.
Let Uncle Al come through for you.
This is the new generation of Oldsmobile.
East of the Pontiac Airport.
On M59 in Waterford.
For that sports fan on your Christmas list, what about a gift subscription to Sports Fans Journal? Just $15 a year. Our columnists include Ernie Harwell, George Kell, Don Cherry, Dick Vitale, George Allen, Denny McClain, Jimmy Carson, Bob Feller, Bill Gadsby, Jim Northrup, and a whole lot more. Sports Fans Journal makes a great Christmas gift for sports fans in Michigan or anywhere else in the U.S. Call our 24-hour hotline at 751-1818. Call Sports Fans Journal now, 751-1818.
Welcome to the Rivertown Saloon, one of Detroit's hottest night spots. And how we've become so successful is simple. First of all, Rivertown is a great place to meet your friends, after work or for a night on the town. But we're not so crowded that you won't feel at home. If you want to dance, we've got terrific live entertainment Wednesday through Saturday. If you're into sports, we've got everything you're looking for on widescreen TV. As for food, your favorite American and Mexican dishes are served up in style. So whether on business, at a Wings game, or just looking for fun, come on downtown and check out the Rivertown Saloon.
I'm sorry, she's out of the office for the day and there's no way to contact her.
With a pager from TCOM, you could contact her anytime.
I know it's an emergency, but it's out of the building now. May I call you later?
With Motorola pagers from TCOM, you can deal with emergencies now.
I'm sorry, our delivery man is on call right now. We won't be able to help you till tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Fred Wetzel with TCOM Paging. If these problems seem familiar to you, then you need a TCOM pager. You'd be surprised how affordable they are. Probably wonder how you've done without one. Give us a call at 559-6826.
We're back on Sports View with Fennis Dembo, the Pistons, a team that's been, well, you might say up and down of late. And it was not a good performance. I guess you have to admit that in New York by either team.
No, I think both teams didn't shoot well. I thought the defensive effort from us was real well.
Oh, yeah, I think both of them played some pretty good defense.
20-some turnovers
yeah.
by both teams. Yeah.
There were some dog shots that were missed and some very careless ball handling in that game.
But that's almost been the character of the Pistons. I know you're a rookie, but in the past, it's like they have these periods where they're up and they're down. But at the end of the year, I still say they'll be there because I still believe this is the best basketball team in the world. Of course, I said that last year, and the Lakers beat them. You been able to get any feel on why the Pistons are this way? Why they're erratic at times?
Well, I just think the fact that right now we're just having a little trouble with leadership, you know, and Rodman said that. I just think some guys just need to continue just to do the things they can do well and just keep working hard. I think that's the point right now, that we're getting right back to working hard in practice right now.
You said leadership.
With leadership, yeah.
In what way? I mean, Isaiah?
Well, everybody's looking at Isaiah. I think this has to come from the whole five that playing at
the starters you're talking about.
Yeah, the starters.
What do you mean they're not taking charge enough, or they're not aggressive enough, or they're just...
Well, I just think that when they go in, they need to go in there and just, you know, really just set the tone for the whole, for the remainder of the game. You know, first 5 minutes, I learned in college, the first is an important point of the game. And then from then on, that sets the tone for the whole game, and you got to kick it off in the second half, first 5 minutes.
You take basketball a little, you love the game, and you're a little wild on the court. That's the talk about Fennis Dembo and everything. He's a very exciting player, maybe somebody that the opposing fans love to hate and all that stuff. A little bit like Dennis Rodman.
I think I'm different from Rodman. I have fun doing it when I do something good, you know what I mean? Kind of selfish.
Yeah.
Rodman, I think he enjoys it when the next guy is doing it, because I think I'm sitting there on the whole bench and guys up down the bench telling me, Fennis, come on, let's cheer, man, because I get caught up just watching the game. If I ain't playing, I'm not doing it. I don't know why.
And you haven't been playing, have you?
No, I ain't been playing at all. I think that's just all a part of being a rookie on a good team like this, and you got stars like Rodman, AD in front of me, Vinnie Johnson, Joe Dumars, if they want to put me in too. Hey man, these guys, they went to the finals last year. Where the rookie gonna come in and get some time? Come on. Man.
Well, are you unhappy then about being in Detroit?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's a great honor to be on a good team like this. And
but you mentioned that, but Williams is getting a lot more time than you.
It's only 2 point guards on the team, him and Isaiah. What did you expect? He was at 2 guard. How would we be seeing much time? If he was playing 3, would he be seeing much time? No, I just think it's part. What position you play on this team?
It's tougher, do you think, for a point guard or a shoot guard? What do you think the toughest part?
A shoot guard?
A shooting guard. Shoot guard, you could say shoot guard, yeah. Shooting guard, number 2 guard, a shooting guard.
Basketball, but
I know a lot more than you do, but I know who the greatest player of all time was, that's for sure. But overall, what do you think the toughest part of your game has been thus far to adjust to the NBA thus far?
Defense. Because everybody making that real public, you know, saying that he needs to work on defense, but I think that's with any rookie coming in. I've seen the rookies around the league that we played against, and all of them having problems playing defense. It's just the fact that on this team, I'm having problems defense. So they don't need me out there, really. So if you mess up on defense, you can't help us right now. So practice on your defense, and we're going to go with the guys that got us to the finals last year.
You're a talkative guy, got a lot of opinions, kind of an engaging character. Has it been hard for you not to pop off in the media?
Not at all, not at all. Hey, you're not getting to play. You just got to sit back and understand, hey, what things have to be done. And
that's the way it
and
should
a guy, yeah, and a guy not playing, why should he, get up and say in the media, well, this and that, this needs to be done, and that needs to be done.
Has it been tough for you then mentally going from being a college star at Wyoming and the man on that team to being low man on the totem pole here?
Hey, it's been hard because I got a real big ego. I got a real big ego, and have it come down like that.
Is this going to help you in the long run?
I hope so. It better.
Do you think Fennis Dembo is an NBA player? How good can he be?
I am. And sooner or later, I'm going to get my chance, and I'm going to prove to everybody I am. Right now, not playing, can you say you're an NBA player or not?
You made a great comment after a game the other night in which you did play. It was I forget who you were playing against, but it was a blowout. They put you in, you played well. Somebody said afterwards, Fennis, you played well, and you said, yeah, but they didn't have anybody good in the game against me.
It was Cleveland.
Was it Cleveland?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the game like that, a team got 20, 30-point lead. Who's playing defense? Yeah. Score so we can get in the
I'll tell you that one guy at center for Cleveland had to play playing defense because he sure didn't do anything else out there. That Dudley character, have you seen him yet?
No.
This guy has missed his last 19 free throws.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
How in the heck can you miss 19 straight free throws?
You played against a lot of the NBA guys since you've been in the league at the end of games or whatever, and of course you practice every day against Isaiah and Dumars and Dantley. Anything surprise you about the caliber of competition in the league, or is it about what you expected?
Oh, no, it's nothing what I expected, man. It's higher. It's higher. I thought, you make that transition from high school to college, and it's not really a difference. But that
you didn't find that much of a difference high school to college?
No, but then college to professional, man, it's unbelievable. Guys are just, they so deceptive, man. And Dantley, I didn't think he was quick. I look at him on TV, no, he's not quick. You get out there, man, guarding, he flying by me. I'm like, golly. And this guy 30-some years old.
How about Isaiah? Was he as good as you thought he'd be? Quicker than you thought he'd be?
Yeah, I had no doubts about Isaiah. I was saying, he's the star of the league. I'm just watching him. I had no doubts about
Now,
Isaiah.
as a basketball fan at Wyoming, tell us the truth. Did you hate Bill Laimbeer and Ricky Mahorn too?
To tell you the truth, I did not. I didn't have no opinion on them.
Did you know
I
who the
just
hell
seen
they
them
were?
play.
Yeah,
No, I didn't know. I did not know who Rick Mahorn was. I did not know.
Until when?
Till the finals. The finals.
Until the finals last year?
When I started seeing them in the playoffs and stuff, and I said,
who is he?
Okay, why do everybody hate these guys? And then I read the article, Danny Ainge and Bill Laimbeer, the most hated guys. I said, well, Bill must have been doing some stuff like Danny. So I said, okay.
Then you see Laimbeer last night. He wants a crowd.
Well, as we taped the show last
Yeah.
night, you're talking about the New York Knicks
That's
game,
right. We
which was-
taped. We don't see that for a while.
Oh, the Knicks crowd was just brutal. 'Cause I was at the game, obviously, and I mean, it was just
Bob, they were probably booing you then.
unbelievable. No, they weren't booing me that night. They left me
Then
alone
they started
in
to boo you in New York.
Not yet,
Not
Ronnie.
yet. Give
Not
me
yet. When they
time.
find out that
Like
I
we
work
do
with you,
here.
when they find out that I work with you, they'll run me out of town, though. I'm
They
sure.
should run you out of town.
So has Laimbeer and Mahorn been nice to you? Everybody on the team been nice to you, or?
All the guys been real nice. This great group of guys. They gonna treat you like a rookie and make you feel low. But
What do they do?
when we first came here in training camp, they had us clean up the locker room. Had us doing chores. You just clean up the locker room, tying up their bags and throwing them in piles. Okay, let's look at something else. We bring out the water and the ball. If they want a ball, you go get it for them. Things like that.
So
you've adjusted to that, though,
Yeah,
huh?
that was hard.
Is that right?
When a guy said, "Hey, Rook, go get me a ball." Oh man.
They still make you do it?
Yeah, they still make you do it.
They still do. I bet you can't wait
Right
till next
now.
year when you're a second-year player and some new guys come in. You gonna have fun?
Oh yeah, real. Oh, man.
if there'll be any new players on this team next year.
We'll see. We'll be back with Pistons rookie Fennis Dembo in just a moment.
It's time to eat and I'm so hungry now. My stomach's turning upside down. Day or night when I want a bite, I want the best little burger in town. French fries, onion chips, creamy chocolate shakes, baby, they're so hard to dinner or lunch, there's a lot to munch, and for breakfast you just can't lose. Medal Day in Top Hat, make it quick, stop at Top Hat.
That was me, John Rouser, not too many years ago, as a defensive back with the Pittsburgh Steelers, after my playing career at the University of Michigan had ended. Now I'm proud to be co-owner of the Sting, Detroit's most dynamic nightclub. We've got continuous live DJs, continuous videos, and live entertainment every weekend. But you don't have to disco. The Sting is also a great after-work place to meet other professional people who frequent our lounge. So stop in and see us at the Sting. We're in the old Playboy Club, the lodge at Greenfield, with plenty of lighted, secured parking.
Hey, where's the meat?
It's right here at Cattleman's Meat Center, where you can buy fresh, lean, top-quality beef, pork, veal, poultry, even fish. Packing house style, save up to 40%, quality guaranteed.
Where's the meat?
Come inside our 3,500 square foot cooler for everyday low prices like grand opening special, boneless strip steaks, $1.99 a pound. Cattleman's Meat Center, Eastern Market area, and Hamtramck. No limit, save up to 40%.
You said it, honey.
We're back on Sports View with Piston rookie Fennis Dembo, kid from San Antonio.
Not Dimbo.
I said Dembo.
Dembo.
He
has a great name, though.
Yeah.
Fennis Dembo.
But he's from San Antonio, going to Wyoming. Here you are in the NBA. It's a little bit of a roundabout twist, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been up and down.
To say the least. Why'd you choose Wyoming going to San Antonio?
Well, you know, Coach Brandenburg, being from San Antonio, and then was at All-Star game. He got me up there. I went up there, liked it. I wanted to change. I wanted to get out of Texas.
We're going to go someplace where they spoke English, I'm sure, too, because they don't speak it in San Antonio anymore, do they?
Hey, it's a second language there.
Yeah, English is.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that it was a difficult adjustment for you at first being black and living in a place like Wyoming. True?
Well, it wasn't too much of an adjustment. The big adjustment was that it's small there. I mean, you come from a big city and it's a 10,000 population. That's a big adjustment right there. And I mean, it's not a lot of blacks there, but just being black and
people treated you well, in other words.
Yeah.
If you had to do it all over again, would you have gone to Wyoming?
Yeah.
All right, now, last year, the fans remember, I think, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated's college basketball issue. Some people felt you were the greatest college player in America. That's why you're on the cover. What happened? You did not have a good senior season.
No, not at all. I think we got in conference and started just thinking, because we had come in the conference with 11-0. We was beating everybody by 20. We got in conference. We said, well, we just coast through this. Start working hard. Me personally, I did. Start working hard, and things just stopped coming for me. And I had to work for it, and then I wasn't used to just working for it because it was coming so easy. And then when you try to starting over and working for it and trying to build it back up, it's too late.
But Fennis, goals of the team aside, surely you realized that if you didn't work hard, how much money that was going to cost you.
When you're in college, you don't even think about that, about money in the NBA. You're thinking, let's make it to the Final Four. You ain't even thinking about the pros. Yeah.
Okay, Fennis, that leads me to the next question. If you had have worked and got your act together, where would you have been drafted in your mind?
I'd say somewhere probably between 10, 20.
Oh, you don't think you were a lottery pick then?
Oh, no.
Never?
No way.
Never?
No way.
Okay. How much money do you think you lost by going where you did? You thought about it?
Nah, probably. Where did 10 between 20? I couldn't.
In the hundreds of thousands?
Yeah, I'd say that. Let's say 200,000 or
300,000. Yeah. That bother you?
No, because I think if it's coming from, if it's meant for me to have it, I'll work for it and get it.
What about the talk in training camp that maybe Fennis Dembo wasn't going to make that team this year? Did you have any doubts in your mind?
I didn't have no doubt. I mean, all that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I mean, you come in a rookie, you struggle. And then they start talking about he may not make the team. I mean, they might say management don't have a heart. But, man, these guys know that, hey, this guy's from college and he's got to make some adjustments. His game got to change.
What can we expect out of Fennis Dembo for next season?
I couldn't even tell you. It's going to be better than this year. I know that. It's going to be better than this year. I think I'm taking this year. I'm doing a lot of learning.
Well, I know we're supposed to break for commercial, but what about the fact that Vinny Johnson's not having what you call a spectacular season by any stretch of the imagination? There's talk that he was left unprotected last year and that he gets traded. If Vinny Johnson goes, then Fennis Dembo is going to really be able to make a mark in this league, isn't he?
Yeah, if that comes around. But I think Vinny been playing real well these last 2 games.
But I mean, overall this year.
Yeah, but the guy missed, and not shooting well first couple games, but he's the kind of guy, he's a street shooter. And it's going to be like that for him.
But he's an old-timer, street shooter, too.
He's the microwave, though. I got to give him a lot of respect, man, because that boy be playing.
And he wants to be careful, too, because I'm sure Vinny's already going like this, looking over his shoulder here at Fennis Dembo, wondering about his future with the Pistons. At any rate, we'll close it out with Fennis Dembo right after this.
And 2 and 3 and...
Could you save a life if you had to?
2.
Tens of thousands of all heart attack deaths could be prevented if everybody knew Red Cross CPR. That's why the Red Cross offers classes in this life-saving procedure. Not just at their local chapters, but right where you work. Learn how to save a life. Call the American Red Cross.
It's been a long, hot summer, but now they're back. Jock DeMere's Norris Division champion Detroit Red Wings return to pass for 40 live battles. Follow the Wings through another demanding NHL season as Yzerman, Klima, Steffen, and company again look to be in the thick of the hunt in the battle for the cup. Join Dave Strader and former NHL great Mickey Redmond for all the thrills, all the spills of the NHL as the Red Wings electrify the ice on Pass, Michigan's cable network of champions.
Binary Computers is celebrating their 9th anniversary, and how they've become one of Detroit's top independent computer dealers is really simple. A great selection of brand name computer products, outstanding service, and highly knowledgeable trained consultants who make things understandable in plain English. Binary now has facsimile machines and telephone systems, so stop in for special anniversary savings at Binary Computers, Metro Detroit's business computer center, Woodward at 12 Mile, Berkeley. Remember, if you haven't got a computer, you'd better get one before your competitor does.
What do these women have in common? They were all Girl Scouts. Girl Scouting showed them that they could do or be anything. An ambassador to the United Nations or an Olympic champion. Girl Scouting inspires girls to dream big and prepares them to meet the challenges of a demanding adult world. Your daughter should be a Girl Scout. She'll be in very good company, and she'll get the right start.
We're back closing it out with Fennis Dembo, Pistons rookie. Pistons going to win it this year?
They're going to win it. If I'm with them or not, I'm still going to be cheering for them to win it. I was cheering for them last year, and I hope they win it
That's
this year.
interesting because, virtually everybody on this team except the top 7 or 8 guys been talked about as trade bait so far. You, Michael Williams, everybody. Has that bothered you?
No, that don't bother me, man. I think the point of getting here to the league, and then when you get here, all kind of things. It's just getting in the bubble.
Yeah. Well, good luck. You've survived one major rite of passage. Your first interview with Ron Cameron. You pulled through it flying.
You did all right.
Congratulations.
You did yourself pretty good.
Want to thank our sponsors to the program today. The Sting, Pass, the Pro-Am Sports Systems, Top Hat Hamburgers, Binary Computers, T-Com Pagers, Rivertown Saloon, Sports Fans. You've
Journal.
said enough about that already.
Sports Fans Journal makes a great gift.
Cattleman's Meat Center, and of course our prime sponsor on Sports View today, Al Dietrich, Oldsmobile GMC Truck. Thanks again to Fennis Dembo. Good luck the rest of the way, and thank you for putting up with Ron and joining us in this
Learn something,
edition of the
hopefully.
show.
Bye-bye, everybody.